motherfucking monster for this one.
What up, world? It's your boy Rek Gaming, and if you new, you know what to do. Go ahead, subscribe, man. I'm back with another video. I'm back with another tutorial. In this tutorial, how to deal with, how to handle, how to kill RB cover campers. Now, as usual, before we get into the footage, we got to talk about the background information. In this video, I will be showing clips of me killing people who use RB to take cover and camp. But before we get into that, some shit has to be explained for you to fully understand this tutorial. So first and foremost, the RB system, the RB mechanic to take cover and shoot and blind fire and aim off a cover was put in the GTA by Rockstar, but Rockstar, let's be honest, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing when they added that feature. That feature is highly flawed, and you cannot depend on pressing RB for cover and compete at a high elite level with that. You're going to get fucked up every time. Reason number one is because GTA really isn't in real time. So when you think you're popping out of cover, you're shooting and you pop back behind cover, on the other person's screen, you're not back behind that cover yet. So it's gonna look like you're getting shot through a wall every time, but really, every time you pop out for that shot, you're just easy pickings for the headshot, period. Number two, yeah, it might be a little easier to get the kill using that in auto aim, but in free aim, it's way too hard to aim. It's already too hard to aim, period, because of the mechanics. And the guns don't do enough damage. You can't rely on that for a serious, technique and tactic. So with all that being said, the only people who use RB as a tactic are either noobs that completely don't really know what the fuck they're doing, or you got your high level experienced noob. And by that I mean like the high level people that never really dwelled into elite competition, but they're still experienced at GTA. They're dangerous enough to handle, like the average population, but when it comes to the elite, they can't stand a chance. Those are the only two types of people that use that tactic. Now, yes, if you're an inexperienced player, somebody using RB on you in auto aim can be a really serious problem for you if you don't know the way. If you don't have the experience and the battle IQ to know how to handle that every single time. But if you're an experienced, skilled player, you're going to come out victorious 90% of the time. And that's what this tutorial was about, helping you to come out victorious 90% of the time. Of course, you're going to get killed by it sometimes. Shit happens. But this tutorial is to show you how to defeat it most of the time. And that's what's important. Never losing by that. By the way, a lot of people say, oh, the easy way to just get rid of RBers is just to blow them up. Well, guess what? Not everything on GTA revolves around a free mode war. You're not always going to have an RPG. You're not always going to have grenades and grenade launchers. Some people play certain team deathmatches and adversary modes and etc., where they don't have that. All they really have is rifles, snipers, and shotguns and shit like that. So you have to rely on actual real skill and technique a lot of times, especially me, because I'm always in these PvP adversary modes and death matches and shit where you don't always have explosives. And every time Rockstar puts these new adversary modes out with the double RP and the double money, it's flooded with the whole general population community playing that shit. I don't really see any tryhards playing it. All I see is like the average casuals full lobbies every game. And I always see you guys RB. So here's the reasons why you shouldn't RB. Number one, you're relying on the aggressor. You just when I see you guys doing this, all I see is you just sitting there RBing on the wall, just waiting for your opponent to make the move. You're not making any moves. If your opponent doesn't make a move, nothing happens. It's just a stalemate. You just sit there. You're relying on the aggressor. There is no chance to gain the lead, and most importantly, if you're losing, there is no chance to come back because you're relying on the aggression of your opponent. You're not making anything happen. what you always want to do is put pressure on your opponent. Whether you're playing defensive or offensive, you always want to have your opponent worrying, guessing, thinking. You want to keep it in a high pressure situation at all times. You can't sit there and just have a stalemate and just wait. You can't play a waiting game. So I understand that these people do this, you know what I'm saying, because they think that's what they're supposed to do. You guys think that that's how you're supposed to play. You don't know the proper technique, and that's what this tutorial is for, to show you the proper technique. Okay, we're about to jump right into the action, but first, here are your main advantages to fighting somebody who's RBing on cover. You can roll as much as you want. Getting counter rolled is completely out of the picture because it's stuck on a wall or whatever, and you can roll as much as you want. They either have to come out for the shot after you roll and then they miss. They can either keep shooting or they can pop back into cover. Either way, they're fucked. And also, you have agility, you have mobility. They don't have anything, they're stuck on a wall. You have the advantage of movement. So here we go. I'm about to give you all the 3 techniques to beat RB campers every single time. Let's get it. So at number 1, a time roll using your reflexes. You wanna, as soon as somebody taking cover on the wall, as soon as they see you, they're gonna try to go for the shot. That's when you wanna let your reflexes take over and instantly roll and go for the headshot. On their screen, they popped out for the shot and they pop back behind cover before you can kill them when they miss. But on your screen, they're still out in the open. On your screen, you have enough time to get the headshot before they pop back into the cover. That's why that RB shit is a broken system. Right here, remember how I talked about mobility? This guy behind the wall right here, he's panicking. He doesn't know what to do. He can't pop the shot off. Look at him. He's stuck on the wall. He's stiff. He's confused. So basically, you want to run onto the open, bait them to pop the shot. As soon as they come out, use your reflexes to roll and go for the headshot. Even if they're using a bulletproof helmet, you can still kill them with body shots easily. Now, in order to get your reaction time good, you have to play a lot of team deathmatch or whatever. The more you play, the better your reaction time will get over time. Plus, you have to be using perfect technique. You have to be clawing, you have to be strifing, or whatever you're doing. If you don't know anything about that, go back and watch my first shooting tutorial, the one that has over 200,000 views. That'll tell you all the basics you need to know. Number 2, you can aim for where their head will be. Meaning, aim for the spot where their head will be when they pop up to shoot you. You want to already be shooting at the spot their head will be, so their head runs smack into your bullets. Let's analyze this clip. We're going tit for tat, back and forth. So now I got down his pattern, when he's going to pop up, when he's going to pop back in. My reflexes automatically adjust to the pattern that he's giving me, and boom, I'm able to aim in the exact position where his head is going to pop out. Last but not least, we got the most obvious, the flank. Run away from all the action. Run away from the gun battle. Make everybody forget about you. Take the opposite route and run. Go around anybody who's camping. Pop up behind them or on the side of them. Easily take them out. It's that simple. When used in a teamwork setting, flanking is amazing.